Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at your numbers and thought, how are my expenses this high? Like, you're not doing anything crazy. You're not out here making reckless decisions. You're running your business the way that you always have. And yet, somehow, month after month, your overhead keeps creeping up. And you can't quite put your finger on why. Now, that's not random, and it's not just inflation. There's something deeper going on. Most business owners I talk to are busy. They're booked out, they've got a great reputation, they're doing everything right. But when they actually sit down and look at their numbers, something doesn't quite add up. The profit doesn't match the effort, and it's usually not a sales problem. It's a visibility problem. I'm Shannon Howard. I work with HVAC owners, electricians, plumbers, and contractors to uncover hidden profit, fix those leaks, and help you keep more of what you earn. This is Profit Isn't an Accident. Most contractors don't track overhead closely enough to catch it early. So what happens? It doesn't spike overnight. It creeps, and it's always slowly and quietly. And at first, it's almost unnoticeable. A little bit more here, a little bit more there, until one day you look up and think, how the hell did we get here? So let's get clear on what we're actually talking about here. Overhead is everything your business spends to exist before you even make $1 on the job. It's trucks, fuel, insurance, software, rent, admin, phone, subscriptions, your time outside of the field. And here's the part that most people miss. Overhead doesn't care how busy you are. It's there every single minute of every single day. So why does it feel as though it's getting worse? Because it is, but not always for the reasons that you truly think. Yeah, costs go up, fuel goes up, insurance goes up, but that's not the full story. The bigger issue is this: your business is adding overhead faster than it's building profit. So let's break this down how it actually happens, because it's not one big decision. It's a series of these smaller decisions that continue to add up. So you hire help. Now you've got payroll, taxes, you've got management time. Maybe now you add another truck. So you've got a payment potentially, insurance, maintenance, fuel, right? And then you add this really cool, awesome, amazing software that is going to be a game changer in your business, right? Because that's what they told you. So now you've got subscriptions, you've got integration issues, you've got time spent while you're learning it. So you grow, which means there's more coordination, there's more communication, and there's more things that can go wrong. Now, none of those decisions are bad. In fact, they're usually extremely necessary. But here's the problem. They increase overhead immediately, while profit takes time to catch up. The gap right there, that's where businesses start to feel tight, because your costs go up first, but your pricing, it usually stays the same or barely even changes. So now you've got higher expenses, same pricing, and same margins. And suddenly your business has to just work harder to stay in the same place. And here's what makes this dangerous. You don't feel this all at once. You feel it like this. Cash flow, it gets a little tighter. You need more jobs. You feel a little bit more pressure. Then you find yourself working more hours. But you don't immediately think, this is an overhead issue. Instead, it just feels like this. This is harder than it used to be. This shouldn't feel this tight. Man, times are changing. I'm doing more, but I'm not getting ahead. And now you're stuck in this vicious cycle. more overhead, more pressure, more jobs, more stress, and still not enough margin. Now, here's the truth that most people avoid. Overhead doesn't become a problem when it's high. It becomes a problem when your pricing doesn't support it. So you can run a business with high overhead if your margins support it, but unfortunately, most businesses don't. So what do most people do? They try to cut costs, and listen, sometimes that is absolutely necessary, but cutting your way out of a pricing problem rarely works long term. Because if your estimates aren't covering overhead, you're always going to feel it, no matter how much you trim. So here's the shift. Stop treating overhead like something to control and start treating it like something your pricing must carry. Every job you take should be paying for the work, the team, and the business behind it. If it's not, you're underpricing. So let's make this simple. Here's what I want you to look at. What does it cost to run your business each and every day? Not per month, but per day, because jobs happen daily. Then I want you to ask how many billable jobs actually cover that cost. And if you don't know this, you are flat out guessing. Are your current jobs actually carrying overhead? Or are your current jobs just covering labor and materials? Because if your jobs aren't covering overhead, your business is. And that's where the pressure comes from. So if overhead feels like it's creeping up on you, that's not something to ignore. That's something you really do need to understand, because it's not just about cutting costs anymore. It's about making sure that your business is structured in a way that actually supports itself. Because when overhead is handled correctly, everything feels lighter, more controlled, more predictable, and your business finally starts doing what it's supposed to do. It starts to pay you. I will see you on the next episode. Make sure you share this with a friend because they're struggling too. If this hit, there is a reason. Most businesses aren't broken. They just don't have clear visibility into where the money's actually going. So if you want help finding it, grab my free Profit Edge playbook or book a quick session with me. You'll find everything in the show notes. And if you haven't already, follow the show so you don't miss what's next.